If you're over 50 and buy the wrong campervan, you'll feel it in your knees, your back, and your bank account, usually within 90 days. Here's what you need to know before you spend $60,000 to $150,000. I'm breaking down the 5 best campervans for buyers over 50 in 2026, not based on Instagram aesthetics, but on real-world factors that matter when you're actually living in or traveling with one of these things. We're talking accessibility, maintenance costs, resale value, and whether your body will still thank you after a 2-week trip. And I'm including one option that most people completely overlook that could save you 30 grand and might actually be the smartest play on this entire list. Section 1. The mistake most buyers make. Here's the problem. Most over 50 buyers walk into this thinking they want the same van their 30-year-old kids would choose. Big mistake. Your priorities are different. You're not trying to impress people at trailheads. You need step-in height that doesn't wreck your knees. You need a bed you don't have to rebuild every night. And you absolutely need a vehicle that won't strand you in rural Wyoming because the closest certified repair shop is 4 states away. The vans I'm showing you today solve these problems, but here's what most buyers don't realize until it's too late. Insurance and depreciation don't care how much you love your van. The feature that actually protects both your body and your wallet: ease of entry. If you can't get in and out of your van comfortably 50 times a day, nothing else matters. Which brings us to our first pick, and yes, it's controversial. Van number 1, Pleasureway Tofino. The Pleasureway Tofino. This is a Class B on the Ford Transit chassis, and it's basically the Goldilocks option for over 50 buyers who want something proven, not experimental, not too big, not too small, and built for people who actually use their vans instead of just posting about them. Step-in height, 20 inches, still manageable. Interior height, 6'5" of standing room. You're not hunching over to make coffee. Here's what I love about the Tofino. The floor plan is designed by people who understand that you're not 25 anymore. The galley is at a height that doesn't destroy your lower back when you're cooking, and the seating area converts to a second bed without removing cushions or rearranging the entire van. Ford Transit parts? Everywhere. Oil changes, brake work, transmission service, any Ford dealer can handle it. This is critical. I've seen too many buyers stuck with a custom Sprinter build that needs a specific shop 300 miles away for basic maintenance. That delay costs you trip days, and at our age, those matter more than they used to. The downside? It's heavier, so you're getting 15 to 16 miles per gallon, and it's 21 feet long, so you're losing some of that nimble city drivability. But if you're doing extended trips, splitting time between campgrounds and boondocking, and you want a van that'll last 200,000 miles without drama, the Tofino is hard to beat. Price point? Expect to pay around $110,000 to $130,000 new. Yes, that's expensive, but compare that to a custom build where you're paying $80,000 for the conversion alone, and suddenly it makes sense, unless you go the route I'm about to show you. Because here's the part most YouTube channels won't tell you, the part that doesn't get sponsorships. The most overlooked option for over 50 buyers isn't a new Class B at all. Van number 2, used Roadtrek 190 from the 2018 to 2021 range. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out, because this could be the smartest financial move you make. Roadtrek went bankrupt in 2018, came back under new ownership, and the vans they produced from 2018 to 2021 are some of the most undervalued Class Bs on the market right now. Why? Because people see Roadtrek and think the company's dead, but the vans are still excellent. Parts are still available through Irwin-Heimer Group, and you can pick up a low-mileage 190 for $50,000 to $65,000. That's half the price of a new Tofino. The 190 is built on a Dodge Ram ProMaster, same easy entry, same parts availability. The layout is nearly identical to vans that cost twice as much. Fixed bed, wet bath, standing room, galley, everything you need. Here's the smart play. Buy a 2019 or 2020 model with under 30,000 miles. Get a pre-purchase inspection from a mobile RV tech, costs about $300. If it checks out, you just saved $40,000 to $50,000 that you can spend on actually traveling instead of making payments. The risk? Resale value might stay flat because of the Roadtrek name, but if you're planning to keep this van for 5 to 10 years and you're not flipping it, who cares? You're saving a mortgage payment up front. And remember, depreciation hits new vans the hardest in years 1 through 3. You're skipping that entire bloodbath. Who should avoid this? If you need the psychological comfort of a warranty and a brand new build, this isn't for you. But if you're financially smart and willing to do basic due diligence, this is the best value in the market right now. And the comments section is going to fight me on this one. So let's keep going. Van number 3, Winnebago Solis Pocket. Now, if you want something even more nimble, something you can actually park at a grocery store without sweating, the Winnebago Solis Pocket is worth a look. This is a Class B built on the Ram ProMaster chassis, and it's one of the easiest vans to drive for buyers who want something manageable but not claustrophobic. Here's why it works. First, the step-in height is only about 18 inches. Compare that to a high-roof Sprinter conversion at 24 to 26 inches, and you'll feel the difference in your knees by day 3. Second, the bed is fixed. You're not doing furniture Tetris after dinner. You walk to the back, you lie down, you sleep. Simple. But here's the trade-off, and this is critical. The Solis Pocket is only 19 feet long, so you're sacrificing interior space. If you're 6'3" and your partner brings half a closet, you'll feel cramped. This isn't a forever van, and pretending it is how people get disappointed. Ram ProMaster parts are everywhere. Any Dodge or Ram dealer can work on this. Resale value has been strong. Winnebago's reputation holds up, and the Solis line keeps its value better than most custom builds. Who should buy this? Couples doing weekend to 3-week trips who prioritize drivability and don't need a full wardrobe on wheels. Who should avoid this? Anyone planning full-time van life for more than 6 months a year. The limited storage will frustrate you fast. Now this is where smart buying turns into luxury and where mistakes get very expensive. If you've got the budget and you want the best of everything, including the ability to access places most vans can't, here's what that looks like. Van number 4, Storyteller Overland 4x4. This is a high-roof Ford Transit with 4-wheel drive, lifted suspension, and all-terrain tires. It's designed for people who want to access remote campsites without worrying about getting stuck. And yes, it's expensive. You're looking at $140,000 to $160,000. But here's why it works for over 50 buyers with the budget. The step-in height is managed with a retractable step. The interior is laid out like a luxury apartment. The 4x4 system means you're not limited to paved campgrounds, and the build quality is legitimately better than most Class Bs. Storyteller uses marine-grade materials, better insulation, and a smarter electrical system. Fuel economy takes a hit. You're getting 13 to 14 miles per gallon, and this thing is 22 feet long, so tight city parking is a challenge. Who should buy this? Retirees who want to spend 6 months a year exploring off-grid and have the cash to do it right. If you're penny pinching, skip it. But if you're 70 years old with a paid-off house and you want the last van you'll ever buy, this is it. Van number 5, Winnebago Revel if you must have a Sprinter. Last one, if you're dead set on a Sprinter because you like the brand or the handling, the Winnebago Revel is your best bet. I get why people love Sprinters. They drive beautifully, the handling is responsive, the ride is smooth, and there's a certain confidence you feel behind the wheel. But here's the reality. It's got 4-wheel drive, a power lift bed, a wet bath, and a diesel engine that'll run forever if you maintain it. The problem is maintenance is expensive. Sprinter dealers charge more, parts cost more, and if something breaks in a small town, you're waiting. That's not a maybe, that's a guarantee. Step-in height is higher, about 24 inches. That's noticeable. You'll want the optional side step, which adds about $1,500. The Revel is for people who want a Sprinter and are willing to pay the premium. It's a great van. It's just not the smart van for most over 50 buyers unless you're already committed to the Sprinter ecosystem or you just love the way they drive. So, here's my take. If you want the best all-around balance of quality, reliability, and livability, get the Pleasureway Tofino. If you want to save a ton of money and don't care about a warranty, buy a used Roadtrek 190 and ignore the haters. If you're loaded and want the ultimate adventure rig, get the Storyteller Mode 4x4. But whatever you do, don't buy based on YouTube thumbnails or dealer hype. Rent the van you're considering for a week, sleep in it, drive it 500 miles, see if your back hurts, see if you can actually cook in that galley, because the worst financial decision you can make is buying a van you hate 3 months in and losing $20,000 on a panic resale. Insurance, depreciation, and your knees don't care how exciting the purchase felt. They care about the next 5 years.
So here's my question. Would you rather save 40 grand upfront or pay for the feeling of new? Comment, because this decision actually matters. I read them all.